So, you want to get started in Dead Frontier, but you have no clue how to level your character? Don't worry mate, Fiddly Sticks has you covered. In this video I'll show you how to build and level an absolute beast of a character without requiring anything but a fresh account. Okay, first we need to make a new account. With that done, it's time to create a character. Let's start with the most important part. Profession. There are a lot of professions and all have their pros and cons. All professions are viable, but I do recommend a few. The ones I recommend are athlete, musician, boxer, landscaper, lumberjack, investigator, criminal, all the roleplay classes like a lawyer and stockbroker, and the student. For this tutorial I'll be picking athlete for the speed boost and the bonus 25 stat points. Once you've chosen your profession you can customize your look. Now just give your survivor a name and you're almost ready to start killing some zombies. Okay, first things first, you should verify your email for an additional 10% more XP. After that we're going to go to the bank, take out all your money, and then we're going to head over to the yard and scrap everything in our inventory or until we have $110. We will use that money to roll enhancements on our gear, also known as Master Crafting or MC. Master Crafting will add stat points to your gear. Those stat points are then applied to your character when the gear is equipped. Now that's done, we need to throw our money back in the bank, and it's time to go face the inner city. Now that you're in the inner city, you can start looting and killing zombies. It doesn't matter where you loot, just as long as you're the right level for the zone, it'll be shown on the in-game map, you'll get the same loot. The loot path I take around Nastiers is as follows. I loot the houses outside and then move north to the corner shop. If by that point I still need more loot, I will head one tile north and there is a school to loot. It's just a bit of a walk for a level 1. Now what we are looking for when looting, we need sports armor, a baseball bat, 2 or 3 nails, 2 or 3 planks, any chainsaw will be great, and any weapons or clothing or other items that can be dismantled into metal or cloth scrap. We will need a total of 10 pieces of metal scrap and 3 pieces of cloth scrap. While looting, you want to be killing as many zombies as you can. Outpost attacks and the outpost mission are great ways of getting extra XP. You should be doing these whenever you can. The outpost mission will reset every 12 hours, it gives a big chunk of experience and a little bit of cash, it scales off your level, the mission location will be shown on the map in game. The outpost attack happens every few hours, it'll last for 30 minutes. There's a warning message in the outpost saying that it's under attack and there'll be a siren that's played in game as well as in the outpost. After the attack is finished and you've participated in it, you'll gain a bonus experience based on how many zombies you've defeated during the attack, which is very good. Nice. So once you've filled up your inventory with loot and you've killed enough zombies to get about 1000 XP, which will be displayed in the top left of your screen, it's time to head back to the outpost. After getting back to the outpost, you'll get to level up. So you'll get 5 stat points and 5 weapon skill points every level until you hit level 50. From level 1 to 10, all your points are going into agility, critical hit, and melee weapon skill. We want 57 agility, 38 critical, and 50 melee weapon skill by level 10. I suggest putting most of your points into critical first, just to help boost your DPS, in the early game so you can level up a little quicker. Here I'll give a quick rundown of all the stats in the game. Strength is required to wield certain weapons as well as heavy armors. 30 for SMGs, 50 strength for shotguns, 100 strength for heavy MGs and heavy armor. Endurance is a health ball, gives you 2 HP per point of endurance. It also modifies your sprint duration pool slightly. Agility is how fast you run and walk. Accuracy makes guns more accurate, but I've never really used it. Critical hit modifies the critical hit pattern of weapons you use. There are certain brackets you need to hit before moving to the next critical hit pattern. Reloading makes you reload your weapon faster. Does not work on melee weapons or chainsaws. Dexterity increases your attack speed by 0.15% per point, maxing out at 15. Does a few other things, but not super important. Stealth decreases enemy sight and detection range. Also decreases the chance of a horde, but it also gives you a 0.25 per point damage boost to your melee, which is pretty nice. As soon as you hit level 5, you want to go to the vendor and purchase your first implant, the runner implant. And damn it, equip that bad boy straight away. It gives a massive 5% move speed, and in Dead Frontier, speed is king. Now it's time to sell your loot. First, dismantle anything you have until you have 3 cloth scrap, 10 metal scrap, 2 wooden planks, and 1 nails. It's good to keep 1 claw hammer for barricading later, but not necessary. Scrap and sell everything else for cash. Once you've looted or purchased from the marketplace or vendor a baseball bat, you're gonna need to mastercraft it until you've got at least 8 crit on it. Try for god crafting or near god crafting because it's so cheap, it's definitely worth it. If you have not found sports armor or a chainsaw by this point, it's a good idea to buy it from the vendor or the marketplace if you have the cash. Also try to mastercraft those, getting as close to 24 agility on the armor and 8 critical hit on the chainsaw. Now that we have all of our crafting ingredients, it's time to go to the crafting section. We want to craft 1 fabric and 3 metal bars. Then craft a hip pouch. Now we want to turn our baseball bat into a nail bat, and then the nail bat into the super slugger. The mastercraft will carry over in crafting, so don't worry about that. You can also mastercraft the hip pouch at this point to get extra inventory slots, as well as mastercrafting any other gear such as our beta tomcat or potentially penknife. Now that you're geared up a little bit, it's time to experience the boss fights. But don't worry, the first ones are easy. There is a boss map on a website called DF Profiler, which I highly recommend. It'll show the locations of all the bosses and what type they are. The bosses will spawn on an hour-long cycle and reset on the hour. You only get loot the first time you kill a boss on each cycle, but you can kill them as many times as you want for XP. Tactics for the first bosses, just walk in circles, occasionally sprinting if they're going to attack you. And that's it. After a couple of these boss fights, we should be level 10. Congratulations! You are now level 10. Go craft yourself a shovel, make a makeshift chainsaw, mastercraft them, and now you're ready to make the journey to the next outpost. Either Dog Stockade or Precinct 13, if you're feeling confident. So good luck out there, survivors. You'll need it.